昨天下午，乔治亚州州长共和党党内候选人david Perdue 在 U.S. Cabinet Depot 与广大支持者们见面。会上 ，david Perdue 就乔治亚州的选举诚信问题、州个人所得税问题、经济问题、非法移民问题、社会治安等问题，向广大支持者们阐述了自己的观点。
Candidate Perdue, it's so nice to see you over here. So Mr. Brian Kemp has been as a governor for 4 years. And what do you think about your political versions is different than him?
Well, first of all, he's been a Secretary of State for 9 years. He was governor for 4. And the evidence shows that he hasn't really enforced voting law. That's the first thing. The second is I want to get rid of the state income tax. He and Stacey Abrams say that's not possible. I want to crush crime. He says I want to keep my powder dry. And lastly, I really believe that we have to get crime under control. And, you know, he has allowed the 5 major cities to be right now 1,200 police officers short. So these are major differences between the two. With regard to abortion, I've actually said that I would call a special session and ask the General Assembly to end abortion in the state, and the governor is still talking about keeping his powder dry. So the main reason I got in this race is because I just don't think he can win in November against Stacey Abrams because he has divided the party over the election. He lied to people. He allowed it to happen. He denied it happened. He's been covering it up since then. So I believe a lot of people are really going to have a hard time supporting him in November. That's why we got in to give them a choice.
And if you become the candidate for the Republican for the Georgia governor, what advantage do you think you could have to against the Democratic Party?
Well, that's a great question. I have a better chance of uniting the Republican Party than Brian Kemp does. That's the major point. That's a great question. In November of 2020, I united the party and got more votes than any other Republican in Georgia history. 500,000 more votes than Brian Kemp got in 2018 against Stacey Abrams. And back then, he had the Trump endorsement. He won't have the endorsement this time. This time, against Abrams, we're going to have to tell people what she really stands for this time and how we differ. I believe that economically we cannot have higher taxes. I want to get rid of the state income tax. I want to fix this crime problem. She wants to defund the police. I do not want open borders, and she wants open borders. I want a voter ID system using ballots, hard ballots, and she wants no voter ID in the state. So there are demonstrative differences between what the Democrat platform will be and what the Republican platform will be, and I'm just ready to go present that.
Hi, Elson. It's so nice to see you over here. As the president of the U.S. Cabinet Depot, could you talk about why this company wants to host an event like this?
We just think it's very important that everyone learns the background and where people came from and how and why people are running for different types of offices, because the office that they take place can also end up helping our business and help us have another 10 great years.
And do you personally support David Perdue?
I have learned a lot about him. This is my second David Perdue event, and I'm very excited to start growing with his team and learn more about what he's going to be able to do for us, and I'm happy to support him.
大医生你好，请问你支持 David Perdue 吗？
我支持他，对，因为那个之前我们有一个 fundraising， 我也是几位那个host 之一，就是每个人捐5000块钱那个，对。
那您可以讨论一下您为什么支持 David Perdue 吗？
因为我最开始了解他是因为他是联邦的参议员嘛，然后呢，我知道他就是在最初那个S386那个 bill 的时候嘛。他挡了一下，因为理由是说呢，对 US 的那个technology worker 不是很好的啊。然后呢，那么这次呢，因为我们是觉得对 Kemp 比较失望吧，因为以前18年的时候我们都是支持他 run for governor 的，就是Kemp。然后，但是呢，他就是在2020年这次大选发生了这么多的事情，尤其是在 Fulton County 作弊这么严重的情况下，他毫无作为，我们感到非常的失望，因为我们觉得美国民主的基石嘛，选举诚信是第一的，如果没有这个的话，以后就不要再谈了。所以我们觉得，像 David Perdue 呢，他正在就是 fight back， 就是说他为这件事非常努力，为我们州的选举诚信非常努力，所以我们支持他。
乔州啊，在那个 Kemp 的管理下，并没有做得很好。很多人可能不知道，我们大多数人住在 Johns Creek 啊，这些区都是比较好的区。实际上，那个犯罪率啊，在乔州这2年上升的非常厉害。今年的那个犯罪率上升啊，是60%。那个犯罪的那个率比芝加哥还有比 Detroit 比他们那2个这么不稳定的地区还高。乔州是最多非法移民的地方，乔州竟然比那个叫做Arizona， 比那个全州他们的那个非法移民的数量还多。Kemp 他原来怎么样这个 promise 大家的？他说等我当了州长，我拿我的 truck 把这些非法移民把他们都送回去。实际上他啥事没做，他当了4年州长，我们 Georgia 竟然非法移民比 Arizona 还多的这么一个区，他实际上做得很烂。
Rooms kind of where he said that are diverse, that are kind of spread all about. I think it's a good experience. I don't know that I've had a lot of opportunities to meet candidates like that, so I think it speaks well of him to come out and kind of put himself out there. And
David Perdue is a very qualified individual. He's had a lifetime of experience building and growing companies, turning around companies. He's created tens of thousands of jobs. So from an economic perspective, he would be very right for Georgia. I'm a candidate myself, right, for U.S. Congress. My campaign's based in freedom. I call it freedom first. Our uniquely American freedoms that have made us the most exceptional nation the world has ever known. That's why people from all over the world, for many, many, many decades now, have come to America to seek their expression of freedom.
那么我为什么支持普渡参选州长呢？因为我觉得他是唯一的一个候选人能战胜现任的这个民主党的候选人 Stacey 能够捍卫我们坚守的保守主义的传统能够捍卫佐治亚的保守的传统同时呢能够维护美国的选举的严肃性这是为什么我支持Senator普渡另外一个呢，在此机会呢，向广大的这个华人的选民呢表示感谢特别是企业家俱乐部的一些企业家对这个普渡 campaign 的一个支持呢，表示再次的感谢我们生活在美国，希望美国这个国家更好希望我们生活的这个环境呢更自由、更民主这就是我们的初衷。